Hello everyone and welcome back to another In the Greenhouse, the relaxing little behind the scenes casual series here with Seri as we discuss Seri's life, the series that we have going on the channel, the community, and the natural world. Some of my favorite things. And I have a surprise to show you guys. Ta-da! Let's just say that using our little bioorganic plant food has definitely had an effect on our plants. In fact, there might be almost too many flowers on some of these. I'm not even sure, like, I kind of want to drive the prices up a little bit. Oh no, bugs, get away from my plant. But at the same time, I'm like, oh no, there might be too many flowers. I mean, how are you supposed to see the greenery? I guess there needs to be a bit of a balance. Apparently that's a fern. I can't even see the fern because it's just like hidden behind all these flowers. I don't know. Let's see if we can like drive the price up ridiculously and if anyone will buy it because there are so many flowers on these ones. All right, do I have any of these bamboo? I do have some of those bamboo seeds. Let's scoot them over here so they're safely tucked. This is where the right side is where I try to keep some of our purebred seeds. But yeah, so I was a little bit surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to show everybody that these plants kind of took off when I got on again and checked on everybody. But I did want to let you guys know just a few more things. So I've been collecting and sorting the questions from all of you, and this is the last little batch of questions that I have from the first few videos. So if you have recently asked a question and I've not answered it, please be patient. I will get to it, I promise. Alright, so what's my opinion on horror games? Well, my opinion is if you enjoy them, go have fun. They're not my thing. Let's see, you know what, let's try mixing these two and see what happens. They're just not my thing, and that's because I'm kind of a scaredy cat. So when I watch scary movies or play scary games, the content doesn't leave my head. And not in a good way either. Not in the like, ooh, that was a really good movie, sort of like spooky way. I can't like come back down from that level of fear. So I don't play horror games and I don't really watch scary things. The scariest thing I watch is Walking Dead. And I watched Walking Dead. It took me a long time to get over it, actually, because I was so terrified of zombies. Zombies and velociraptors, and escalators are my three top fears in life. I know they're kind of random, but zombies, velociraptors, escalators. Those are the things I am most afraid of. Yeah. There's reasons behind all those things. For zombies, it's that feeling, and pac-man. Pac-man I'm so afraid of that you're just hearing the waka 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 noise, like, my knees go weak just because it's a game of futility. You're gonna die. Oh yay! Somebody bought our bamboo. I guess the bamboo sells all right. But yeah, I don't like Pac-Man because it's the same. Pac-Man and zombies are the same thing to me because you're going to be eaten. You're going to die. It's just a matter of time. So I don't like either of those. Same with velociraptors. You're gonna be eaten. It's just a matter of time. Something bigger, meaner, nastier, and hungrier than you is coming for you. So that's why Pac-Man, zombies, and velociraptors terrify me. Escalators scare me because I have very long hair. It goes down to my knees. And I'm always so terrified that my hair is going to get caught or my shoelaces are going to get caught and like I'm going to get dragged into the escalator in some horrific machinery mishap. So yeah, those are my top fears. And horror games, I just don't play in general because I don't really find them that fun. I have a niche, a genre. Fun. Why are you so sad? I don't have your variety of plants, but I have these prolific plants. Come on, you guys, buy these things. Buy them. We're just gonna have to be patient and see if anyone's gonna buy these for really high prices. They might not. Oh yes, there was another one. Yay! All right, come on, you guys. Look at how many flowers. You could like throw a whole luau with that many flowers. Yay! More stuff sold. Yay! Oh, this makes me so happy. Oh, and then someone asked me my all-time favorite question of all time, and I can't answer it, and I'm so frustrated. Someone asked me, what is my middle name? And I actually cannot tell you guys what my middle name is because I know for a fact I am the only human on this planet of, what is it, like freaking 7, 8, 9 billion now? I can't even keep track anymore. It just keeps going up so fast. I am the only human on this planet with this middle name. It's a Hawaiian middle name. It's a phrase actually. It's 20, almost 30 something letters long in English, and it was given to me by my parents. It means the beautiful flower / daughter of love, but I can't tell you exactly the phrasing they used for that because it would be too quick and easy to identify me, because I am the only human with this middle name in the entire world. So it's amazing. My middle name is 30 something characters long, so it's fantastic. It doesn't fit on legal documents. I just have to go by the initial, because it doesn't fit anywhere. Like, people look at me and they're like, what? Like, if you pull out my birth certificate, the letters actually overlap from where they had to type it in. Also, I'm really glad, see, I knew someone would want our luau hibiscus. That was our luau hibiscus, and they bought it. And then how tall am I? I am 5'5.5", exactly. I hit that when I was about 16 years old, and I have stayed that height, so I'm actually pretty darn short. And it always cracks me up that I'm 5'5.5". It's just like, I love alliteration, so it works. Yeah, these are more random questions. I really love random questions too. Like this one, why did I not like Frozen? I did mention that a long time ago, and I'm not a fan of the movie Frozen. No particular deep-seated reason. It had a lot of potential. I don't even enjoy the music, unfortunately. They just weren't my jam. And I was really surprised because I loved Tangled. I loved a lot of the other movies that have recently come out. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was alright. I enjoyed it. But Frozen, as someone who has studied creative writing and screenplays extensively, extensively is way too exaggerated. I've studied them. I had to for classes. I can see where the stories could have been stronger. And so it's more like a letdown for what could have been. And just the timeline seems really rushed to me. So I didn't like it from a story point of view and from a timeline point of view and from seeing where there was immense potential for a stronger story that kind of got fuddled around, and what elements of magic there were in the movie were so haphazardly rushed. It didn't feel consistent. It felt piecemealed together for me. It felt like a patchwork of a whole bunch of different things. It didn't feel like a consistent story. I did love the animation. I thought the animation was gorgeous, even if everyone had the same face. So yeah, that's kind of my take on Frozen. If you enjoyed it, power to you. I am not one of those people who are like, how could you like this kind of thing? I don't like this thing. My young cousins love Frozen so much that I can sing Let It Go in perfect harmony with them because they have not stopped singing it for the last several months, and I don't foresee an end. They have made up their own version of Let It Go. Let him go. Let her go. Let the dog go. So I hear Let It Go all the time. Let's just say, not only on the radio and everyone doing covers, but also my little cousins and the other neighborhood kids. So that's been an interesting experience. Another awesome random question, my favorite character on Finding Nemo. And that would actually have to be Marlin, the father, because I thought that the depth of his sadness, the way that he hid his sadness through anger and fear, the way that he had to overcome those things, the way that he had to grow outside of himself and unwind and relax, all of those I could identify with quite strongly. I used to be a very stressed out, sad person, and Marlin had a really sad past, but he came to value what he could, and he came to accept that life isn't always about taking the safe path, and sometimes you have to take risky jumps. And I really enjoyed that about his character, and I hope to see if they ever do flesh out his character a bit more. I know that the Dory's story is coming out soon. I don't know if he'll be in it or not, but I hope that he'll be able to grow even stronger. In fact, I would have loved to know how he and his wife met, actually, the two little clownfish. I would have loved to know how he managed to meet his beautiful clownfish wife and what attracted her to him, because I think Marlin, we got to see a lot of his sad side and a lot of his growth in desperate times, but I would love to know a little bit more about him. So that's a fun random question, just about like a random character. I love those kinds of things. And then Joe, hey, how you doing, Joe, asked me, have I ever seen the British show Qui or Q? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. QI? I have not, unfortunately. I don't even know what it is. So I apologize, I've not seen it. I've not seen a lot of British TV, actually, because I don't watch TV in general. Probably most of what I watch is either nature documentaries, science documentaries, or anime. And then what is my favorite monster? That was a really cool one. I'm really excited to think about that. Man, you guys, buy my stuff. I don't like this plant. The Anazelos I'm never really excited about, so we're going to lower the price on those. But what is my favorite monster? That's a good question. I'm not really into Bigfoot or monster hogs and things like that. I wish, this is kind of weird, this isn't an appropriate monster, but I wish Titan Boa was real. The ancient prehistoric snake that was gigantic. I wish Titan Boa was kicking around because that would be really cool to see. But as far as monsters go, I guess Nessie is pretty cool. Nessie... More of the folklore kind of monsters, I think, fascinate me because of the legends and the thinking, the cultural differences that are behind those legends. I'm always interested to learn about, like, some of the Japanese folklore legends, about different types of monsters stealing faces. Gotcha, butterfly. Or things like that I'm fascinated in. I think I'm saving that. I pollinated it with something. Oh good, we've got more of these guys. I want to try cross-pollinating the citrus astrea with other things. I probably don't need this many seeds though. And we'll bottom barrel sell this little one for cheap. And then no, I want someone to buy my luau ferns for that much money. I'm not lowering the price. Buy my luau ferns. Luau ferns, there we go. But what are your guys' favorite monsters? Because I think actually, before I can answer that question, I need more examples of monsters out there. I'm not really big into vampires or werewolves. Maybe because they're just a little overused in the modern genre. Dragons, probably. If we're going to talk like mythical monsters, dragons. I think dragons are, and the many diverse ways they can show up are pretty amazing. King of the Dragons in, oh, what series was that? The Enchanted Forest series is one of my favorite series. Highly recommend that book series, and it has to do with a lot of dragons. Pegasi actually fascinate me quite a bit. A lot of the Greek and Roman mythological monsters fascinate me. So what are some of your guys' favorite mythological creatures and monsters? Like some of your more like Bigfooty, giant hog, mermaidy sort of monsters, mythical sort of monsters. What are some of your favorites? I love learning more about you guys. And then really quick, just a few more things. What is my favorite season? I would have to say spring, because I love spring, the new growth, the abundance of flowers. Oh, yep, there it goes, and bottom barrel. Out you go, little one. And now we'll get it planted again so that I can utilize its, oh, spider, I want the little spider. Oh, I got it, yay. So I can utilize the pollen and crossbreed it. I love this crossbreeding game. It's awesome. And then let's put you here and sell you. But yeah, spring, all the new green growth, the color of green new growth in spring, I absolutely adore. The emerald sort of coloring to it. And then that it's finally time to start my garden again, because I love gardening. I may not do much every year because I tend to move a lot, so I usually keep myself contained just to pots, but I love gardening. Oh, and then what are your guys' favorite seasons? Fall, I think, is pretty amazing too. When I lived in the Midwest, fall meant like the Harvest Festival. It meant the apple festivals, pumpkin festivals, corn mazes. That doesn't really happen out here on the East Coast, so spring is pretty consistently my favorite season out here. And then some really random things. Will I add shaders into my Minecraft series? I am actually not a big fan of shaders. I haven't gotten used to them. Maybe it's something that as I play more, I'll get used to the idea of them. I think I might use shaders from time to time so that when we do tours of the zoo, we'll use shaders. So I probably will use shaders when we do tours, but not as a regular thing. It's hard for me to see. Will we make a mod pack of the zoo crafting series? That's really hard because we are using some mods that like fossils and archaeology, and the Mo creatures and a couple others that you cannot just flat out cannot get permission to use. But what we'll probably do one day is build a mod pack with everything that is allowed to be in the mod pack, have the ID list, and then say, okay, and now you have to add this, this, and this download, because it's not very hard to download Minecraft mods. It's just getting them to work together that can be tricky. And then finally, will I be playing SimCity? And maybe That's one of the things where if I have the time and money, I could see myself doing a Let's Play of it. And you can imagine it would be full of parks. It would be overflowing with parks because that's totally my jam. And hopefully now that it is no longer an online only play, maybe some mods can come out to balance the game, add things to it. I've been surprised at how limited the game looks. I haven't played it yet, but it looks kind of limited for the depth and the scope I was hoping it would be. So there's those, just fun random questions, and that actually uses up my pile of questions that I've gathered from the first few videos. There's probably quite a few more for me to answer, but if you have more questions or just want to say things about like what's your favorite character on Finding Nemo, what's your favorite monster, what's your favorite season, what's your opinion on shaders, any of those things, that's what this is here for. A platform for us to be able to talk together and get to know one another as like not just me, but other members of the community, and I hope that you guys enjoy. So thank you so much. I'm going to continue doing my best to try to sell the plants and figure out what the heck some of these new seeds that we have are. So I'm gonna get some of these interesting crosses going, and I will see you guys back here with more questions later. Bye bye.